In Sacramento, California, a homeowner's doorbell camera captured this creepy-looking guy walking up to their front door in the dead of night. He notices a bike rack at the far end corner of the area and walks over to try and steal one of them.
Yeah, motherfucker.
He seems to be having a bit of trouble taking the bike and eventually decides to give up and leave. One thing is for sure, you definitely wouldn't want this guy to come creeping up on your front door at 5:30 in the morning. Unfortunately for this homeowner in Louisiana, that's exactly what happened. A woman reported that a creepy man walked up to her front porch and rang her doorbell. The man allegedly told the woman that he was supposed to come to her house, and when she asked him the reason, he hesitated and said he didn't know.
Can I help you?
Is this 1002?
It is.
Okay, I was supposed to come here
To do what?
for, I don't know.
You don't know.
Okay, never mind.
He had a bit of an attitude and walked back to his car and drove off. The woman said that she called the police immediately thereafter. In this video, we watch as a team of 2 robbers attempted to break into this person's house in the middle of the night, trying to disguise themselves with thick, heavy clothing and hats. One of the men was fiddling around with something when suddenly the homeowner speaks directly into the microphone, saying, "Hello?"
Hello? Yo.
In just a matter of seconds, the attempted robbers got spooked and decided to leave the area. A clip from Baton Rouge, Louisiana showcases a grandpa walking with his 3-year-old granddaughter when suddenly a group of stray pit bulls approaches. It's clear by the man's voice that he was definitely freaked out by this, but did his best to ensure his granddaughter got to safety.
Hurry up, Judy. Go ahead. Go ahead. Get inside. Go inside. It's good. Go. Get inside. Go ahead. Come on, I got you.
Come see, Mama.
Go. Get.
Come see.
Go on.
I want to show Mama.
No, you get inside. Go on. Go. Go.
Before going back outside to ensure that the pit bulls left the area. Thankfully, they did, and everyone was safe. In this video, this lady walks up to this door and tries to charge her phone. I don't think she's up to anything malicious, but you never know. And the shocking part is that it's 2:30 a.m. She explains that she needs to charge her phone.
I need help trying to find a charger to my phone.
What do you think of her? Let me know in the comments. This clip is from Miami, Florida, and shows a female porch pirate slowly creeping up on this staircase, seemingly aware that she's being recorded. Despite this, she picks up the package but not before slipping on a pair of sunglasses, seemingly thinking that by doing so, her identity is now secret. Think again. A homeowner in San Lorenzo, California managed to stop a burglar in action, and it was all captured on this Ring doorbell camera. A suspicious white car pulls up to this man's house. The strange man then proceeds to get out of his vehicle and walks right up to the man's house, disappearing from view. But then, just a moment later, the man can be seen running away as fast as he possibly can after the homeowner confronted him face to face. It's a great thing that the homeowner was there at the time, or else who knows what could have happened here. This clip from Compton, California shows an older man scouting out this homeowner's house before actually managing to open up their gate. Then he slowly creeps around the back of the house where he makes an effort to enter their backyard, but he was unsuccessful. He then slowly walks right back out without a care in the world. It's a good thing he wasn't able to do anything, but it makes you wonder, what was he attempting to do in the first place? In this scary video, a suspicious person is attempting to break into this woman's house in San Leandro, California. He proceeds to wander around the area, seemingly looking for something, when all of a sudden, the homeowner's voice can be heard coming from the camera, telling the man that he needs to leave immediately.
Get the f*** out of there.
He surprisingly doesn't put up any fight and simply leaves just as he was told. These two strange individuals are attempting to steal this homeowner's mail from their front porch, but they don't get very far when out of nowhere, the woman says to the two men that she's going to call the police.
Hello? 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 I'm calling the police.
That seems to get the message across because they waste absolutely no time in getting out of there as soon as they can. This next video almost seems like Jack Sparrow from the Pirates of the Caribbean movie franchise is attempting to steal from this homeowner's front porch in Clearwater, Florida. The man notices an Amazon delivery truck just dropped off a package for the homeowner, so he promptly pulls into their driveway to steal the package. This gives the phrase porch pirate a whole new meaning. Maybe we should change that name to porch poacher. This Los Angeles homeowner got quite the surprise when a complete stranger walked up to their front porch and rang their doorbell at 4:22 in the morning, saying that she needed to charge her phone. The person appears to fidget a lot before eventually giving up and walking away. Carrying a fridge is definitely a hard task, as we all know that they're incredibly heavy. This doorbell camera footage from Leicester, United Kingdom, shows a delivery truck driver trying to haul a fridge to this person's front door. The footage shows the driver breaking their outside light without letting the homeowner know. They then come in and shove the door right off its hinges, and a big chunk of plaster was missing from the frame. A terrifying piece of footage in Dell County, Oklahoma, shows a truck driver ramming several parked vehicles outside of this residential block in what appears to be some sort of domestic dispute. The police were promptly notified of the situation. A shocking doorbell video from Texas showcases a distraught-looking woman approach this stranger's house in the middle of the night, all while she has shackles around her legs. The homeowners did not open the door, so she proceeded to go away. Police then released the footage online, and it was discovered that the woman was a victim of sexual assault. Thankfully, she is doing much better now. In Watts, California, this group of kids can be seen rummaging around this vehicle trying to rob these people, but luckily, their efforts were squashed. This video shows a man from Temple Hills walking up to a complete stranger's front door, seemingly trying to check up on something. The owner of the home said that this happened at 4 in the morning. He didn't ring the doorbell at all. He simply stood there and looked around before eventually leaving. This was quite a weird case. In Miami Gardens, a would-be robber tries to storm this woman's house by kicking down the door. However, much to the man's surprise, the woman opens the door wielding a shotgun, which causes the man to run for his life. He even tries hiding behind a vehicle to dodge the shots.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
I would do anything to protect my family. All of a sudden, I hear some banging noise. I thought it was maybe my dreams or something. They were screaming and crying hysterically because they were afraid of either, anything happening. He was running for his life. And he kept looking back and making sure that I wasn't going to just shoot him in the back.
What stopped you from killing this guy?
My kids.
The mother said that she was willing to do whatever she had to do to protect her children, and thankfully, the man was promptly arrested. This man was in the process of breaking into this house, but fate had other plans. 2 nearby police officers caught him breaking into the house and arrested him. Not his lucky day, I suppose. This piece of Ring doorbell footage shows a group of suspicious individuals approaching this person's front door, attempting to break in via a window. One man can be seen removing the mesh screen from the window before the owner can be heard shouting, telling them to leave immediately.
Who is that?
Luckily, the attempted robbers leave the area, never to be seen again. This story comes from Charlotte, North Carolina. Close to 1 in the morning in January, a woman had just returned home with her young children. Her sister got to the house just before she did and let her inside.
As soon as my sister walked in, they was hiding over there. They ran up and tried to walk in behind us with a gun.
The first look at that, it's frightening. It's very, very scary when you see something like that. And that 1 second where she actually locked that door potentially saved, her and anyone else who else was on that inside of that house.
But a moment later, a man can be seen running up right behind her, trying to get in before the door closes. But luckily, he wasn't fast enough to get in. In Neptune Beach, Florida, 3 burglars can be seen walking up the stairs to this person's front door. They proceed to kick in the homeowner's door in the middle of broad daylight. The victim then shoots at the burglars upon their entry, but luckily for them, they managed to escape unharmed, though some of them had to hop the staircases in order to avoid the bullets. This video shows an enraged man attempting to kick down the door of this unsuspecting person's house. The man can be heard yelling different things, getting more and more agitated by the second.
Play. You want to play? Let's play.
After a handful of tries, the man successfully enters the house. Sheriffs say that once inside, the man armed himself with a knife and even threatened to harm his children's mother. A woman in a bedroom said that she was terrified for her life. The woman had a gun and shot the man in the head, and he died on scene. This clip comes from Cutler Bay, Florida, and shows a terrifying incident in which a man is murdered during a home robbery. When interviewing neighbors, they said that they heard several gunshots during the night.
I heard 3 gunshots go off.
I heard a boom, boom, boom.
He was opening his door when these individuals ambushed him, forced their way inside, shot him, and took some items from the house.
The robbers killed 31-year-old Daniel Macco around 12 a.m. they forced their way inside and shot the unsuspecting man, rendering him dead. This next clip comes from a doorbell camera in Tacoma, Washington, and shows an armed female racing up to the front of this door. The homeowner got an alert on his camera and came outside equipped with a Glock 19. The two individuals then come face to face with each other. The man tells her that she needs to leave immediately, and she then gets scolded by what's seemingly a family member.
No. Get out of my yard. Get out of my yard. I don't give a f***. Get the f*** out of my yard.
He tells her that she was in extreme danger by doing that, which is certainly an understatement. This creepy clip focuses on a man who is wandering the streets late at night, trying to check if any of the car doors in the area were left unlocked. Fortunately, he was unable to open a single door and eventually moved on with his night, minus a car. This homeowner managed to capture a strange moment in which a herd of cows can be seen wandering around their yard in the middle of the night. The pack of animals slowly peruse the area, just like livestock tend to do. It's a strange thing for the owner to wake up the next morning and find a random herd of cattle on their doorbell camera. This first clip was recorded in Lakeland, Florida, and captures a terrifying incident in which a group of 3 sketchy people, all armed, try to break into this poor, unsuspecting person's home. Within seconds, the men are able to break in.
What keys?
The men can then be heard demanding for some keys before eventually telling the homeowner to lay down on the ground. The video ends abruptly after that, leaving us all to wonder what exactly happened to the homeowner. This doorbell camera video shows the front porch of this typical-looking American home, when suddenly, in the distance, a humongous flash of lightning strikes the area, illuminating the entire horizon bright white for a few seconds. Stay tuned for our #1 pick that will shock you. In Las Vegas, Nevada, a woman is sent to ring this person's doorbell as a setup for a home invasion. 2 burglars are waiting around the corner.
Girl, ring that doorbell. It's free.
Come up the stairs. Somebody come.
3 warrants for armed robbery and 1 warrant for felony murder.
The robbery failed, however, and the 3 suspects were later arrested. Thanks for watching. Stay vigilant, friends.